He froze. Periscope crashed. Periscope crashed. We are back. We'll wait for you guys to get back in with us.
Yes.
We were talking about 57, and we were just addressing the demonic stronghold that is pornography.
Yes.
Pornography.
Yes, it was.
Yes. We'll wait for everybody to get back in. This conversation has just got real.
Yep.
Okay? It's just got real. You see, Brother D is leaning forward.
Because actually, what you just said explains so much.
What and recap
about the porn?
Recap.
We just had someone. Miss Black, and took Miss Black. First of all, thank you for your transparency.
Thank you. That is huge.
Yes. Thank you so much for Glenda. Thank you so much for your transparency, and that's what we love here. All right, Main Street.
All right, Brother Main Street. Love you, man.
That's what we need, and that's what we do here at Marriage for Real, because no one gets healed and delivered by pussyfooting around situations. It is when we talk about real situations, it helps people walk free and out of things. And when you talked about your husband struggling with porn, and you struggling with porn, one thing that porn does is it opens unnatural affection.
And it opens unnatural affection through our nature.
Yes.
Do you understand? That's the powerful thing about it. It opens unnatural affection by catering to our base nature.
Yes.
Okay, and our base nature, according to the word, is sinful.
Yes.
Okay? Porn, as I said before, it's a black hole that can never be filled because it caters to a part of us that is mostly based in fantasy. Do you understand? And we know that fantasy does not come to pass, and reality never meets the fantasy. It's almost like chasing that high that you could never get. Do you understand?
Ms. Glenn. It was put on both of you as children. I understand.
We understand that demonic, it jumps on quick. It jumps on quick, and the fact that you can pinpoint when and that it is a thing, you're ahead of the curve, sister.
Yes.
You are ahead of the curve. Okay, I would strongly advise you to seek counseling. Do you understand? I would strongly advise you to expose it.
Yes.
Do you understand? Because one thing about porn is that it's always done in secret.
Yeah, and that's when it's so funny about
it's done
it is
in secret.
We always say, that we are the team and there's no third party in your marriage. That's a third party.
That's a third party that is greedy.
Yes.
Okay, that's a third party that will consume you.
It's okay, Miss Glenda. It is okay because when things here it is. When you're in a situation, or you're having conversations. What comes up is things that we're going to discuss. Because if you're talking about it, then it's a problem. Not just with you, with other people as well.
It's becoming less secret this day. You're right, Brother Main Street. It's becoming less secret as far as the internet goes. But most people are not going to let you know they're into it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, that's why they have all these privacy filters and all of these anonymous sites. Hook up, whatever. This you understand what I'm saying? So it has broader avenues with which to travel. But on the individual, no one's announcing I'm into porn. Do you understand? Except for to other people that are into porn.
That's true.
Do you feel me? It's very much a sub community, all of its own. You understand? It's kind of funny because I caught one of my coworkers. He was flipping through his phone, right? And I just happened to hustle a little bit, and I saw nothing but female organs and all that other stuff, and I'm like, yet 5 minutes before, this brother was amening and stuff about me talking about my faith and what I'm into and all this other stuff, okay? But it's got him.
Yeah. It's
got him. You understand?
And then, you said you start having flashbacks and things like that. It is true because the word does tell us, set no evil thing before your eyes.
Yes.
And that's what we have to be very careful. I know this conversation is moving somewhere different, but we're going to go away.
We're going to go with it. We're going to go with it.
Yeah,
you have. Yeah, I know about them. I know.
Those images are stapled into your mind.
Those are hot pokers. Okay, those are brands. Those things burn into your memory.
Yes.
Do you understand? And they arouse things in us that were meant for your spouse.
So what about couples creating their own films? We for that.
Oh.
We for that. I can watch me. I can watch him. I ain't gonna watch nobody else.
That's all I got to say. What you mean? It's sweet over
here. Jesus.
It's sweet over here. Okay? Let me tell you something.
You want to know what text is set no evil thing before your eyes?
I'll
look for pull it up for you.
I'll look it up for you.
Oh, Tamashian, I know, right?
So are toys the same? No. Listen. With your spouse, the word tells us that the marriage bed is undefiled. If your spouse, if you can bring, if your spouse wants that pleasure, okay, and you guys want, that's.
But I know this right here is a kind of like it's like one of them. Like,
yeah, they're talking about toys.
No, I know, but it's like one of those situations where it's kind of like a
taboo
type of ground. Because it can switch over to where you having that you pleasuring yourself and your spouse ain't there. Then that's when it's going somewhere else. So that's why I'm saying.
We're talking about the marriage bed.
Yeah.
The word tells us where two lie together, there's heat. Do you understand? Okay, we're talking about the marriage bed. Okay, y'all need to read Song of Solomon, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, that brother was a player. That word has some words for you. You hear me? When I lose words, I go read what Solomon had to say. All right, about suppling on my wife and all this other stuff and taking comfort in her bosom.
It's Psalms 101 and 3.
Psalms 101 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, he got it in. All right, but he was talking about marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, you're supposed to take pleasure in your spouse.
Yes.
And once again, these are post conversations.
Yeah.
Babe, y'all, we've been in Lover's Lane together.
Yes.
Do you understand? Would you like this? Would you like to see me in this? What do you think about this? Hey, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Ain't into that.
Yeah.
Okay? No, I don't want to go there. You feel me? Y'all grown. And you're married. Do you understand? You're married.
Like,
okay?
For me, I want to be able to speak to every area of who my spouse is that is good and that is healthy. Yeah, hang from that chandelier.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I want to be able to.
That shower pole. Y'all heard that rap? Shower pole. That shower pole. With your spouse. Do you understand what I'm saying? With my boo. See, y'all, she acted. Look, see, she know what. Listen, y'all. Listen. I'm stressing the fact that all of this is supposed to be with your spouse. It's ordained by God.
Yes.
Do you understand? All right. Porn takes something to a level, to a place
third party
that was never. It takes it to a depraved place.
Yeah.
This is something that should be beautiful. This is something that should be savored and appreciated. I told my wife today that I'm so proud to be her husband.
You did. That blessed me.
Yes.
So you know.
I just texted her and said, babe, I'm so proud to be your husband. Mm-hmm. Because she caters to the entirety of me. To the entirety of me. Okay? And because she does, it makes me want to reciprocate. You follow me? If my wife is feeling some kind of way and she wants some things done in the bedroom, brother about to get it in. Believe it. You like that? Tell Poppy what it is.
No! Okay, it's over. It's over. Good night, you guys.
I'm serious. Okay, seriously. You feel me? Okay, because it's my job to cater to her. She shouldn't have to look any place else for satisfaction. No. She should not look any place else. I should be her fantasy. You understand?
Help him.
I should be her fantasy. She should be looking at my six-pack. And brother got one. He get it in for her. Yes. At the gym every day. I'm at the gym every day because I love the way she looks at me when I get out the shower. And she be looking. Do you understand what I'm saying? And guess what? She's supposed to look because this is hers. This is hers. This is hers. And I want her to take pleasure in all that is hers.
She be looking.
She be looking. She think I don't be seeing. She be looking. Every once in a while, she let me know she be looking. Okay, she come by and she'll cop a feel. Wow. Yeah.
Okay, this is PG 13-15, little boy. Let's go.
I'm telling y'all. No. I'm telling. And guess what? I like looking to my wife. Got some lines for you. Okay, I love looking at my wife. You know why? Because it's mine. When I look at her, I'm grateful to God for blessing me with the work of art that is her. This is post kids. Do you understand? This is post 20 years. When I look at her, I see the work of God, the work of art that God has blessed me with. I'm like, whoa, I get to take pleasure. And guess what? When we are touching and agreeing, people, I'll let her know. I'll let her know that she does it for me. But I'll be talking that game in her ear.
Okay.
Are you doing that? With just let them know, baby, you still do it for me. Okay? Tries to fill the emptiness that God designed to fill.
That's true.
Absolutely, you're absolutely
That's
right.
true.
I like that, Joe. For that's anointed.
And here's the thing, Ms. Black, you said he treats it like it's something that's dirty. When you said that porn was something that was pushed on you too when you were young, that for me lets us know that it was a trespass against you, or a violation against you as children. And at that time, there were some seeds that were sown that kind of, made sex, not kind of, it made sex something for him, not something that's pleasurable. Right. But that comes from a place of where he was wounded in that place.
Yes.
And that's the part when you say things like that lets us know that he needs counseling.
He needs healing.
Something happened to him.
Something's broken.
And he's broken in that area.
Something's broken.
So going out and having an affair is not going to make it better. You're going to actually make matters worse more than what you think it could make it worse.
Let me tell you something. That is one of the major missions of the enemy, is to take that something that the Lord intended to be clean and undefiled. That's why the word tells us the marriage bed is undefiled. It's clean. It's pure. Okay? Yeah. However that looks like in your household. Mm-hmm. When it's you and your spouse, the word says that space is clean. Okay? I don't care how freaky you getting. The Lord says that space between you and your spouse is clean. The enemy wants nothing more than to make it appear dirty.
Yeah.
It's a lie. Do you understand? It's a lie. Don't sip the Kool-Aid. Yeah. You understand? Because if it's between you and your spouse, it is anointed by God. All right? Sadly, that is the case. Wow, that is the case.
I don't know if you watched my testimony page. I gave my testimony about being molested. That is on that. I think that's on Catch.
Yes.
Yes, 57 is the code word.
Yes.
But Glenda, if that is a point of contention for him
we were both violated in that way.
Absolutely.
We were both violated in that way. I was violated by 3 men at a young age. Mm-hmm. Okay, 3 next door neighbors. Okay, we know what that feels like. See, you're like, who are these people? We're those people.
We're real people.
We're real people.
Well, real situations happen.
Yeah, it's real stuff has happened.
And that's why it's such a beautiful testimony, even for us, because we know our own individual stories. We know the stories that we've made thus far together.
Yes.
And so when you see us on this end and be able to laugh and have real love, as our Marriage for Real says, real love, real hope, real joy,
real answers.
Yes. It's because we've been through it. The Bible says every minister that was taken from men were ordained for men. Which just means most of the time, most of the ministers or preachers have walked through so many things for other people.
We're proof that he's a healer. On that note, you're right. He's a healer.
Yes.
Because if 2 people ever have a reason to make it feel dirty or have it feel unnatural or have it feel it's us. Mm-hmm. We've been there.
He probably had and part of my testimony too, Glenda, is for the first time
more men have been molested than you realize. Mm-hmm. And that's the truth. Mm-hmm. That's a secret that many men keep. Mm-hmm. I'm delivered from mine. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll tell it. Mm-hmm. I'll tell it. And I think if more brothers told it, they could be properly set on the path towards the healing that awaits them. But the enemy keeps them bound in that secret.
By their maleness.
By their masculinity.
Yeah.
You understand? We don't talk about that. That doesn't I'm a man, okay? Don't no man touch me like... Let me tell you something. More men have been molested by men and by women then the numbers will probably scare you.
Yeah.
When I've told when I've actually had the opportunity to bless some other brothers, I was surprised at how many brothers that happened to me, and they never told nobody else. Mm-hmm. And this is the scar that many men carry. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Which lashes out in other ways, in other areas, which is why some of us have a hard time connecting with our wives. With some men question their sexuality. Been there. Okay, been there. That thing forced me. I questioned myself for years. Okay, never been with another dude. Okay, but was this something I was giving up? Is something wrong with me? Went through that whole spectrum, y'all, for years, well into my teenage years. Okay, and then when I became attractive to other women, I overcompensated. That's another testimony. Okay, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing. But your marriage bed, folks, that is sacred and anointed by God.
It is.
Know that.
Yes.
Anything anybody else tells you is a lie.
Yeah.
If something feels uncomfortable, have that conversation. But your marriage bed is still anointed.
She said, yes, talk about that overcompensating.
Talk about that overcompensating.
Well, his wife is here, so he may not want to tell me how many women he slept with in the meantime, trying to prove that he was a man.
I won't say how many, but my wife knows my story.
Yeah.
I never drank. I never smoked. Never did those things. I am a preacher's kid. But when I finally filled out a little bit, got into the service and was playing ball, brother got into the sex industry. Kind of. Well, not kind of. I was a stripper. I became a male dancer.
She said it's a topic for D's Huddle. It is.
Yeah. And you know what? And we will talk about we will talk about that in D's Huddle, about men holding on to those secrets. But I became a stripper, and I actually became somewhat of, even though I indulged in women.
You've really been delivered.
Yeah, even though I indulged in women, I became a woman hater. I would intentionally get with women that intimidated most other men just to have them like I wanted, get them hooked, and then dump them.
Because it's about control at that point.
It was about control.
Yeah, it's about having some level of control.
I wanted to feel empowered.
Yeah.
Okay? I saw all the girls in high school. Now, granted, this is the lie I told myself in my head, that didn't give me that time of day. You know, those dudes still in the back of my head that molested me when I was a kid to show that I'm a man. All this is
because you paid them back in your head.
Yeah, I paid them back in my head. Do you understand? And it was literally, literally like a month or two prior to meeting my wife. She knows the story. I was tired. I was getting names mixed up. There were so many of them.
I got my name mixed up.
I got her name mixed up once. Okay, didn't know. I couldn't keep them sorted.
But you didn't say it, but not to me, but it was to someone else.
It was
like,
somebody
which
else.
one was it?
Yeah. When I met my wife, the dude asked me 2 weeks later, one of the guys that I stripped with, he was like, "Yo, D, where is that chick I saw you talking to at the club?" I'm like, "Which one?" And I couldn't remember. I'm like, "Which one? What are you talking about, dude? You know how I roll. Which one are you talking about?" He said, "Man, that fine one that wore," and she had this white outfit on, and she was the only one I talked to in the white outfit. I'm like, "Oh, her?" Seriously, I couldn't get them sorted. Okay, I was a hot mess, you all, which is one of the reasons why I'm trying to raise up my sons not to be like me.
Yeah.
Okay, you think that I'm hard on my daughters? I'm hard on my sons. I'm hard on my sons because I know that I caused a lot of damage. I broke. There was some devastation left behind some of my actions. Do you understand? Some men may brag about being a heartbreaker. I take no pride in that. I hurt some women. I hurt many women. Okay, in my ignorance, in my pain. Hurt people.
Yep.
Do you understand?
Pain produces pain.
Pain gives birth to pain.
Yeah.
And I wanted them to feel my pain. I know that now. Hindsight is always 20/20. Do you understand? But at that moment, y'all was gonna pay. All y'all, anything that jiggled and had breasts was gonna pay. If I wanted, I was gonna have you, and then I was gonna dump you. I was gonna treat you like trash. Okay, never abusive. Okay, never cross into that threshold. Your battery's about to die. Okay, never cross into that. There's one over there, babe. It's plugged in. Never cross into the threshold of being abusive. But I wanted them to feel my pain. I wanted you to want me. I wanted you to ache for me, and then I was gonna dump you so that you felt what I felt. Okay, that's part of my story. Okay, so I get it. I totally get it. Okay, it's plugged in right there. See the white box right there? Okay, so on that note, don't be afraid to seek counseling as to your why. Everything that we do, there's a why behind it. Okay, everything that we do, there's always a why. Okay, there is never just because is a myth. It's a myth. There's always an underlying, there's a scar somewhere. There's a hole that has not been filled. There's some residue somewhere. Someone left some fingerprints on you, okay? And it tarnished you. Something along. There's always a why to everything that we do, okay? If you find yourself in that place where it's porn, whether it's sex addiction, whatever the case may be, sex addiction is a real thing. You understand? You may not be able to pinpoint your why, but there's a why. Find someone to help you pinpoint your why, and the blood can wash everything clean.
Say that.
That is the truth, Brother Main Street. Absolutely. You know that